So, you know how it is when you find a new thing and you really like the new thing and you think that everybody should know about the new thing, so you just want to get onto a rooftop and shout about it so everybody knows about the new thing. That is how I feel about Welcome to Night Vale. Welcome to Night Vale is a podcast that started sometime last year, and I only started hearing about it this year, but I didn't really think about starting to listen to it until about the beginning of August. And at first it was like, this is kind of funny, I guess I'll keep listening. And then it went to, well, the weather wasn't that great, but you know, it's just one part that I can skip over and we're gonna keep going, and it's still pretty good. And then suddenly I realized that I had listened to all the episodes in a manner of 3 days, and I wanted more, and there wasn't any more. And then I felt the obsession. For those uninitiated, the obsession is that feeling in your chest that feels like it's going to consume everything unless it is sated with new things about the thing that you're currently obsessing over. You still have your other things, you still cry about them and roll around the floor screaming about your OTPs, but all of those things have taken a backseat to the new thing in town. You must consume everything about the new thing. You read fanfic, you look up fan art. If you are so talented and so inclined as to do so, you write fanfic and you draw fan art. You try to get everybody to like the new thing just so you have somebody to talk about it with instead of just having the obsession gnawing at your inside. So what exactly is Welcome to Night Vale? Like I said earlier, it's a podcast that's masquerading as a nightly radio show that's hosted by Cecil, and it's set in a small desert town called Night Vale. It's released on the 1st and the 15th of every month. Each episode is between 19 minutes and half an hour long. The weather isn't related to the weather at all unless you like waiting for the bus in the rain. Sometimes Wednesdays are canceled due to scheduling errors. Valentine's Day is a massacre, Poetry Week is mandatory, and there's no dogs allowed in the dog park. In fact, forget that I ever mentioned anything about the dog park. Stop thinking about the dog park. If that doesn't sound like anything like an explanation, it's because it's not something that can be easily explained. I tried a couple of times, and so have other people, and the best that we've come up with to kind of maybe get an idea of it is, it's like H.P. Lovecraft got bored one day and started writing for The Onion, and so like Stephen King and Neil Gaiman got together and started playing The Sims, and they made this one town in The Sims, and then they just abandoned it, and it just grew and became self-sufficient and aware. It's weird, it's hilarious, it's well-written subtext about things that are happening in the real world, and it's a little bit creepy at times, but Cecil makes it sound so normal that dinosaurs just appeared in the library and ate half of the PTA that you just start laughing. And if that's not enough to get you listening, the main character is a guy who is in love with another guy. Queer representation is really big in the show through Cecil himself and then through just his live and let live policy about reporting what goes on in the town. Except for the Apache Tracker and Steve Carlsberg, he's prejudiced against them. Oh, and sometimes there are tentacles, at least according to the fans. So if you're deep in the throes of obsession about something, please let me know in comments. I need something else to obsess over because it's another couple of days before the next episode comes out, and there's only so much fanfic I can read, even if it is really good, and I love it so much. Oh, and if you do listen to the show already, or if you're inspired to start listening to it through me, the links are all down below for all that. But also, if you live in Ohio or are easily able to get to Columbus, my friends are going to be having a Night Vale meetup. So if you're interested in going, or if you just want more information about it, please email nvmeetup@gmail.com. Let them know if you want to go or ask for any information. There isn't a date yet set, but I will be there when I know about the date, and they will send out a mass email about when the date is, and we'll all find out and hug and cry over things. And I don't want to spoil anything, but we have some things to have emotions about. And as always, good night, Night Vale. Good night. Hey, if you were wondering what that pop-up was, that was from Zach Little of Angry Films Production, bing, and he's doing this crazy secret project. I don't even know what it's about, but he was like, hey, do this if you're interested, and then you'll be involved in this thing. And I'm like, well, what else is YouTube for except for collaborating with other people and making their things big? So yeah, we'll see about that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.